Okay, how's everybody doing today? Of course, my name is Kent, the channel EOS San Diego, and we are Wednesday afternoon, about 4:30 here in the afternoon. Um, April, what is today? Today's April 6th. So anyway, today we had the Pomelo call, actually not the Pomelo call. We had the Discord call, fireside chat call on Discord, which if you're not familiar with Discord and the fireside chat, an EOS community, I'd really highly recommend you get involved because there's a lot of activity on that call. And if you want to stay up to date with what's going on, by all means, join that call every Wednesday. It's 12 a.m. Actually, I always get AM, PM mixed up. I don't even know why, but it's 12 a.m. Our time, Pacific Coast time. So at whatever time that translates to your part of the world, that's what time it is. But it's 12 p.m., 12 a.m. I'm sorry, our time. Wednesday, every Wednesday morning here. So the call again today was really exciting and had a lot of great stuff in it. So join that call if you want to know more about EOS and you want to follow EOS or you want to build on EOS or you're interested in EOS. But the topic of my video today is the EOS name so badly damaged that it can't be resurrected? Are we so far? Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Always lets me know somebody's watching. You know, is the EOS name so damaged that it's hard to recover? And I'm going to read some of the comments I get on this video, on these videos that I make, because I get hit all the time by people that are angry with EOS and had invested money in EOS, believed in EOS, and after the last 3 years, and the price has gone down, you know, a lot from where it was, the high of close to $22. And lows been well below $2. People lost a lot of money and they're very angry. And of course they don't want to believe that there's any opportunity or any resurrection of this project. They just basically look at it negatively. So my question to you today is, can the name be resurrected? Can EOS be brought back to life after so much has gone wrong, after so many broken promises? And of course, Dan Larimer leaving when he said he wasn't going to leave. The Voice fiasco. You know, they said Voice was going to be the next big social media platform. All the great influencers were going to go to Voice, and of course, none of that ever happened. It just was just a lot of stuff that didn't work out for EOS, and of course, the price reflects it. Here, I'll show you the price right now. Let me change my screen. We'll go to my browser, take a look at it. Put some glasses on so I can see something again. So here's the price. Here prices today. Actually, let's go to CoinGecko. Actually, Bitcoin is down a little bit. It was up a little bit. Now it's going back down a little bit. But there's some really good news with Bitcoin, so I wouldn't give up on Bitcoin quite yet. But EOS, let's take a look at EOS. See where EOS is at today. EOS used to be in the top 5 or 6, I think. Maybe 4, maybe 3. I don't know. Say it was really high for a while. So we're at $2.45. So it's just, this is a perfect example of what's happened to EOS. 280 all the way down. But if you look at the max chart on EOS, clear out. See, it's had these 3 times. It's been up, but every time it's dropped off. And it's down now, you know, as low practically as it's been for a long time. So it isn't doing very well right now. $2.45. However, people aren't factoring into the fact that Yves LaRose and the foundation was able to persuade block producers to create the foundation, which give them some EOS, and create an entity separate from Block One, where they can actually give away grants. They can help fund projects, and it's completely changed the EOS landscape. So this graph that we're looking at doesn't really represent what is going on today. But my question is, has EOS been so badly damaged by the past 3 years? You know, can it be resurrected? I believe that it can. I believe personally that they can resurrect it, but they're going to have to be very careful. And I would say personally that you have to be able to distinguish yourself from Block One and the EOS of Block One, and start off as a fresh new entity. You know, without any ties to the previous group of people that were in control, Block One. You have to make a clear separation from the previous group, because that's the only way people are going to buy into this, is if they feel like this is a new start, a brand new reset, and that people are going to it's going to be a new way of running things, and it is so far. It has absolutely been a completely different 180-degree turn from where they were prior in the last 3 years. So I believe they got to stick with that, and they got to stay away from getting re-involved with previous people that were part of Block One or in Block One. And, we got to be separate from Block One. We got to be separate from all that other stuff because, people do not want to be fooled. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Kind of is the way the saying going. So anyway, we're going to talk about this a little bit more. I'm going to show you some of the comments that I get on my channel in relationship to EOS and what people say. But I was watching this video last night. This is Elon Musk. And, of course, Jack Dorsey's talking right here. I don't know why they got him covered up with a Mercedes. But Elon's calling for $80,000 Bitcoin. So, and are thinking that maybe Bitcoin price is going to go up. There's some reasons for it. I'm not going to go into the video very hard today, but watch this video. I'm going to put a link to it. So, because he's very bullish on Bitcoin. And of course, Elon has a lot of Bitcoin himself. He owns Bitcoin as well as his companies own Bitcoin. So he's very pro Bitcoin, very positive Bitcoin. So I'm very bullish on Bitcoin right now, and I'm going to put a link to this. And so is Jack Dorsey, of course, Twitter, the guy from Twitter. They're all talking about that on this video. So I watched this video. I thought it was a pretty good video. I'm going to put a link to it down below. And of course, we got a train in the background, always here in San Diego. So like I said, I've been running this channel since 2018, 2017. And I've been making videos all that time on EOS, pretty much exclusively EOS. I always feel like if I would have had a different topic, if I would have had a different thing to talk about, this channel would have grown a lot more than it has. But I've kind of suffered. This channel, EOS San Diego, has suffered along with the price of EOS. So my YouTube career has suffered because of EOS. I would have had a bigger YouTube career if I hadn't picked EOS to follow. But it is what it is. And I always say that EOS itself, EOS, aside from its price, has been a success, but the price has not been a success. But people judge you on your price, so it's kind of hard to escape that. So it is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to read some of the comments I get. Here's 3 days ago, somebody called the WTF show commented, "I wish you'd switch over to Solana. You'd have way more exposure. EOS has been a failure after failure. I used to be an EOS fan, but Solana, SOL, is taking the game." So that's 3 days ago. Warrior Image, 7 days ago. "I remember watching your videos in 2018 about EOS. I had bought some at around $12, sold at like $9 or so, had lost $20,000 to $25,000 on that. Never touched it after that. Glad I am 95% in Bitcoin for many years now. I hope you didn't get destroyed, EOS San Diego, though I think you are a good guy, and I think it's much better to stick to BTC, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and some of the other strong projects, maybe like DOT, ADA, but the largest part should be in Bitcoin, in my humble opinion." So there you go. There's somebody that's telling you that they help, and I feel badly. And one of the reasons that I speak out sometimes, probably more than I should, about people that were in Block One, is because I feel somewhat responsible, or I feel somewhat, like I had really told everybody how great EOS was. And of course, I was just expressing my opinion. I didn't know. I wasn't connected to Block One, or I didn't know any of the inside information. And I'm simply it's just my opinion only. Like everybody says, I'm not an investor. I'm not a professional investor. I'm not somebody to give professional advice. This is basically entertainment. I'm giving you my opinion, and that's it. I don't know any more than anybody else that's on the internet watching these YouTube videos. But I feel that I've always said I thought EOS was a great place to go. I mean, it still may be. I mean, we still haven't. It's still going. It hasn't gone bankrupt. It's not. It haven't quit trading it. I mean, it's still possibly that it can go up. So maybe all my predictions can come true, like the $100 party and all this stuff can still come true. But when you read something like this, where somebody has lost $20,000 to $25,000, from watching my videos back from 2018, you get a little bit feeling like, yeah, I wish I hadn't said some of the things I said. I wished I hadn't been so optimistic about EOS. But I believed like everybody else believed. And I believed Dan Larimer. I believed Brendan Bloomer. I believed everybody there. I believed when they said voice was going to be the next big thing. I believed that that was really going to happen. I firmly believed it like everybody else. And I was looking at it and I said, yeah, it's going to go up higher. So when I said that, other people watched my videos and they lost money. That makes me feel bad. And I don't like that. That's why I think some people should own some of their behavior and start owning some of the things that happened. I mean, you got to be able to, in order to successfully move forward, you have to be able to own or be able to at least acknowledge some of your past mistakes and some of the things that you did that you shouldn't have done or you maybe didn't know or anything like that. But nobody wants you to blame it on anybody else. Don't blame it on anybody. Own it yourself and accept it. And that's what, we're trying to do here. We're trying to say, look, there were maybe some bad actors, some people that weren't acting in the best interest of the EOS platform or the EOS blockchain. And hopefully they're not in the picture anymore. The foundation can take over and this thing can start to be what we had envisioned it to be from the very beginning, which is a very successful blockchain. And from the standpoint of running an application, it is a very successful blockchain. So the real nuts and bolts are all good. They all work well. But as far as the way it was presented, the way it was marketed, and the way some people were going out and saying things, and the way some of that happened, it wasn't good. So that's kind of what happened. So I'll keep on going with some of these comments I've getting. Zambala. 8 days ago, I really feel bad for all the EOS investors. I used to have EOS, but luckily I got out a long time ago when Dan got out. That was the best decision I ever made. Still not too late to get out and get into Ethereum and Bitcoin, which are pretty guaranteed safest with great returns. No point holding on to a dying project. Guys, good luck. Okay, and this person, J-Man Jr., 11 days ago, we're at 251 in a time when Bitcoin has appreciated over 15 times on today's price. EOS is down 66%. That means Bitcoin has outperformed EOS by a factor of around 35 times. What a joke EOS has been. Joseph, 10 days ago. I got into EOS last year, but I held it because I do believe it has potential to grow. But there is no communication, no funding, and no promotions of projects on EOS. Yes, Block 1 delayed the shit out of EOS, and I think the SEC had something to do with that. But I just hope Block 1 out of the picture, things turn out better for EOS on the whole, and the whole community. Appreciate your loyalty as the videos and the videos can't. EOS to the moon. So here you go. This is a perfect comment I love to read, because he's actually saying that he wants the separation for Block 1, and he wants the foundation to take a whole nother path, and that's what I want too, because I'm not talking for myself, and that's why I'm bringing up these comments from my listeners. I'm talking for the people that are listening to my channel. I'm just putting out the content, and they're telling me what they think, and this is what they think, and this is they believe me. You could go read all the comments on my videos, and these comments I'm pulling out right now will represent a majority of what people are saying about EOS. Mr. Matthews, Lou Matthews, if EOS was a 737, Dan the pilot just pushed it into a dive, bailed out with a parachute while holding 2 suitcases of money. It sounds like the guy from Washington. What was it? The guy that bailed out of the airplane with $250,000. What did they call him? The I can't remember what the heck the name of that guy was. But anyway, he hijacked an airplane, got some money, and then when he got over some real hard terrain that wasn't easy to to navigate. Got really bad terrain up in Seattle, Washington. He jumped out with $250,000 and got away, and they have never found the guy to this day. So that kind of reminds me of that. Leaving the passengers, block producers, and developers to wait the inevitable impact and disintegrate as it impacts the ocean. So that's kind of what happened. So I'm still trying to think of the guy that bailed out with the airplane. I'll think about it after the video is over with. So yeah, this is a pretty good idea of what's going on with EOS today. I just hope the foundation recognizes this point and they move on and kind of separate themselves from Block One and some of the broken promises and stuff. The final thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about Pomelo. And of course, we have I think with my grant, and I have another grant. Hopefully, they'll approve here soon. And with the 2 grants Chase has, we have 3 grants in the Pomelo right now, and we aren't doing very well. I have raised about $1,400, which in compared to other grants, we're not doing very well. So if you would please help us out with the Pomelo grants, we would really appreciate it. It's very easy to do. You could spend just one EOS, which is right now about EOS is about for $2.29. You could really help us out. If you just had to invest a couple bucks into these grants, we would really appreciate it. So there's mine. Of course, I have had 19 contributors. Thank you for all the 19 contributors. Here, I'll bring them up so you can take a look at who they are. Thank you for all these people. Ted, Challenge EOS, CHAL. Okay, he's given me twice. Appreciate it. Max Joe, I appreciate that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these. Demerika, Earthman, Bjorn, Black, Bill, Ian James, Mr. EOS Micro, Len, Seth. I sent Seth a message. Seth sent me back a message. Thanks, Seth. I appreciate it. Satchet Database or Database, Traversium, Floyd Edward, because my good friend Floyd, thank you. And of course, Mel Pierce, my other good friend. They've watched my videos pretty a lot and always interact with me. Appreciate it. Pavalon, Dr. Nora, EOS Support, JR Rubio, appreciate it. Thank you, JR. And Maxter, and then Mitstaguru. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I've made these videos for quite a few years now, and I really appreciate the fact I got anybody watching these videos. It really humbles my heart, because I have been pushing EOS and it hasn't been a great deal for most people. So thank you. Thank you for the people that support me. Thank you for the people that support EOS. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. I still believe. I was on the call today with the foundation. It looks to me like we're going in the right direction. Don't give up. Don't give up hope yet. It may turn yet. Please, and just look at this, like the Bywire. He hasn't been making videos nearly as long as I've been making videos, and he's raised $30,000. And I don't even know that his channel completely revolves around EOS. I think he makes channels. He's for other has other interests too. So we've been pretty much exclusively EOS. Here's Challenge. Chase works religiously at this. We have one of the best apps on the EOS blockchain, and we only have $123 here that we've raised. So please help us out. Help the challenge stack out. We put a lot of time and effort into this, a lot of money, and we have stuck through it. And if it hadn't been for the foundation, I don't even know if we'd still be here. So thank you for the foundation helping, and thank you for even setting up this grant program. This is huge to keep us going and keep us building, so we can make the blockchain, the EOS blockchain, do better and make it so it's more valuable for people that have owned the tokens. So help us out, because we're actually one of the few developers that are actually following through and developing on the blockchain. We took the money and reinvested it back in the blockchain. We didn't take it and set on it or do something else with it or buy Rolex watches and Louis Vuitton, like our good friend from Hex, Mr. Hart did, we actually put it back into the blockchain. So there's EOS San Diego. I'm trying to think of, see, and here's the other grant. Please, $96. That's really not very good. I appreciate everybody that's invested with us, but if we could do better, that'd be really good. I appreciate it. So yeah, help us out. Give us a little bit of love. We would really appreciate it. It would mean the world to us if we could get a few more people to help us out. I think you're able to do it till the end of the month, or actually I think the 25th, 26th, something like that is when they're going to shut it off as far as being able to invest in these projects. And whatever else you can do to help us out, we'd appreciate it. Follow these videos, follow our grant, and stay tuned, because I think things will turn around for EOS. I think the foundation is going in the right direction. And as I keep saying on this video over and over again, this is not the same EOS that we had a couple of years ago. This is a whole different EOS. So don't judge it on what you think that the last few years have been about, because this is an opportunity to reinvigorate a really good blockchain and make it what it should be. So here we go. Let me look at the comments, see if we got any comments. So here I'll bring up the comments. First comment. So yes, MSCAFAN, EOS has dropped ever since you stopped showing the EOS train. Probably so. I got to show the EOS train again. My fault. Sorry about that. Leonard, totally agree over the ideas about the separation from B1. Yes, B1. We've got to put B1 in the rearview mirror. They've got to. They weren't successful. That's just that 3 years is enough time, especially in a very good market, to get things going. And we didn't get it going, so it's time to give it up. Block One needs to step aside and let the foundation have. And of course they have. The foundation is making all the decisions right now. EOS in the past now. So thanks. I appreciate it, Saeed. So back to where we are at. Like I say, if you could support us in the Pomelo grants, and